Clay water animal. For this project, you will be given a slab of clay on a piece of plastic. You'll also get a wooden slump mold, a wooden knife, and a wooden stick. The first thing you need to do is put your name on the plastic with a black Sharpie marker. Next, you're going to take your plastic and slab of clay and move it over a bit. Put your wooden slump mold right in front of you, and you're going to pick up the plastic and put it on top of the wooden slump mold. You'll see me using my fingers right now to try and center the clay on top, and then I'm pressing down very gently all the way around. You'll see sometimes I kind of move my hand up like this to try and get each of the sides. Now you can see where the clay is kind of coming apart a little bit. So if that happens, you're going to take your thumb or your fingers and you're going to smooth over it. Sometimes you have to smooth one way and then another until it goes away. Sometimes you may need to rotate your clay a little bit just to be able to push firmly. If you do that, make sure the wooden mold stays underneath it like it's supposed to. Now you're going to take your wooden knife and you're going to trim the edges a little bit, just so it looks like a square. The extra clay can be crumpled together and set to the side. Now take your thumb or fingers and you're going to move them along the edge to make it smooth. I decided to make some marks using my knife by gently pushing it in so it doesn't go all the way through. I'm just making some marks. And then later I actually used the wooden stick to make some marks. You want to leave the center empty because that's where I will scratch in your name later. Now you're going to pick up the wooden slump mold and the clay that's on top very carefully. So see, the mold is still there, and you're going to go put this on a blue board so it can start to dry. Lesson 2. I have removed the wooden slump mold and now your clay is a little bit more dry. You will be also given a little bit of clay to use to make your water animal. I'm going to make an otter, so I am taking the clay just a little bit. I'm going to roll it in between my hands to make it into a sphere, and then in a little bit I'm going to raise my fingers and hands up, kind of straight up and down, so that I can make it more into an oval shape like this. I noticed that there's a little dimple in the clay, so I'm using my hands, or actually my thumb, to kind of smooth that out. And I'm also trying to kind of squeeze this so I can make the head of the otter so I can start making the body. I've now made some little arms that I'm going to attach, and I'm going to show you how you need to do that correctly. You will take your toothpick and you will score the clay. That means you're making little marks. Then you will score on your little arm, little tiny marks. You will dab your finger in the magic water and add just a little bit of water. And then you're going to push the two parts together, kind of like Velcro, and you're going to hold it down for a while. I didn't hold this one very long, but you get the idea. Now I'll attach the other arm. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to score, which means to mark it up. And I actually call it like making hashtags because it looks like little number signs. Add a little bit of the magic water, hook them together, push together, and smooth. To review, these are the hashtags that I made for the feet. Add a little magic water, but don't smooth it. You need to score like this for everything that you attach on. This is what my sea otter looks like so far. Lesson 3. Today you will finish making any more parts. Once you are done making all the parts for your water animal, you'll take off the plastic. You will just set your water animal on it, and then you're going to just make sure that everything is nice and smooth. You will put it on a blue board to dry completely. Lesson 4. Your water animal has already been in the kiln and now it's out and ready to be glazed. You will glaze your animal and any other tiny parts. I will glaze the water part, and then I will stick them on top of each other. When it's dry, I put it in the kiln. It will go up to like 2,250 degrees and it will come out shiny like this.